What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason and Joe here. It is Cake Week. We've already done the favorite uh foods named after bands. Is that how we did it? Or bands? Our favorite foods that had bands named after it. That's what it was. That was Cranberries Week. Today we're going to talk about desserts, our top five favorite desserts. I'm a big dessert guy. I didn't always used to be. I was more of like a snack, salty stuff type of person, but last I don't know, 10 to 15 years it's been all about the sweets.
Yeah, sweets are great. They're not good for you, but they are delicious. And as somebody who's gluten free, not by choice, desserts play a large role. I can't eat the desserts the way I used to, but that makes them even more important in my life, I guess, because when I do get a gluten free, cake or anything like that, it's such a treat. All right, my number five. I'm gonna go with a recent discovery, and well, the geniuses at Nabisco finally figured out how to make a gluten-free Chips Ahoy, and I've it's dangerous because I will put down an entire package in an afternoon sometimes because it's been, I don't know, 10 years since I had like an actual Chips Ahoy cookie. So I just noticed them at the store like 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I've been eating a lot of them. So
For my number five, I'm going back to my past. I actually haven't had this in years, but it was a favorite of mine as a child, and that is dirt cake. However however you say it regionally, I think there's different names for it. But it's the Oreo dessert that's kind of layered with cream, and yeah, that stuff rolls.
yeah, that's my number four actually. Another one where I didn't think I would eat it again. But they do make gluten-free Oreos and Oreo rip-offs, but they do make a gluten-free Oreo. So one of the first times that I bought those from the store, Dirt was like one of the first things I made. You get the pudding and the gummy worms and the whipped topping. It's so friggin' good. I like an entire just giant tub of it because it had been years since I had it.
All right, my number four, I might be saying this wrong. It's a Middle Eastern dessert, kunufe or
Mm.
nufe. I think there's a bunch of different spellings and ways to say it. I'm probably not saying any of the correct ones. But yeah, I first had this a couple years ago when I lived in Virginia, I think. It was when I had it, and yeah, it's delicious, delicious. It's like this, I don't know, it's almost like this hair-like kind of pastry, and they soak it in a syrup that is really sweet, and then it's layered with cheese and then pistachio, and it is pretty banging.
It sounds odd, but I'll take your word for it since I will never get to eat it. My number three, I'm gonna go with cake. Just the cake in general. I don't eat a lot of it these days, and I've always been more of a pie guy, but recently, past couple of years, I've ordered this gluten-free birthday cake from Milk Bar, and it is just incredible. Like it's a classic, like funfetti style, but it's three layers. There's frosting between it, and it's really good, like cream cheese kind of frosting. And then they put like one of those it's like a little donut, the donut hole on top as well. So it's just this incredible, just overindulgent, ridiculous piece of cake. But again, the lack of cake in my life makes me appreciate the kinds that I can have even more.
My number three is going to be creme brulee, which I just think is so good. It's one of those things like even the worst creme brulee you ever had in your life is incredible. Um, and then when you get an extra good one, man, they're hard to beat. The really good ones would be my number one, but there's too many like shoddy ones out there. But even those aren't bad. With some berries on the side or some kind of berry, yeah, killer.
Well, I'm continuing just being basic as hell here. because none of those delightful confections are available to me anymore. But my number two,
You can't do creme brulee? You should be able to do creme brulee, right?
creme
Just gluten.
brulees. I guess technically I can, but usually they serve it with like some kind of cookie or like some kind of, flour substance. I could make my own, I guess. My number two, however, is going to be the classic, just milkshake, chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. They're all killer. Kind of you can include ice cream in this as well. Any type of frozen dairy delights, the frosty. I mean, it's all the same, but I love it. That's basically, my go-to, I would say, because it's just the easiest for me to get. I don't have to like hunt down some kind of gluten-free thing with ice cream, a good misto from Rita's Italian Ice. It's anything like that. That's my go-to.
My number two is fried ice cream. I don't know if you remember, Chi-Chi's used to have this on their menu. It was so damn good. And my mom had this cookbook of like secret recipes from restaurants, and fried ice cream was in it. Not that it would be super difficult to figure out without the cookbook, but yeah, so we still make this all the time. It tastes just like the Chi-Chi's, and man, it's so good. I'm a big cinnamon
Mm.
sugar on anything, and I'm in.
Yeah, I do love a good churro. I did. I've never had fried ice cream though. Never in my entire life.
Uh, it's
I
not
might have
actually
to.
fried ice cream. So it's for anyone that doesn't know what it is, it's like a cinnamon sugar tortilla that's fried, and then a ball of vanilla ice cream rolled in cornflakes, cinnamon, and sugar, and then topped with either chocolate, strawberry, or honey and whipped cream.
Hmm. Well, it sounds delightful. My number one, I'm gonna go with pie. It is superior to cake, I think, in pretty much every aspect. If I had to pick one pie to eat for the rest of my life, it'd be tough. I might go with pumpkin because I think it's very versatile. You just cover it in whipped cream. Thanksgiving, Christmas time, make a big pie. And yes, gluten-free pie crusts are available. You make a pumpkin pie. I have it, in the morning for breakfast for about a week. Just cover it in whipped cream, eat it for breakfast. It's my favorite.
Well, I agree with you that pie is superior to cake. Cake, not a big cake fan. Cake is all right. There's a lot of different pies that I like. Recently, we've been getting this banoffee pie, which is like a banana toffee thing with a graham cracker crust, and it's crazy good. But for my pick, I'm going with the more classic apple pie a la mode. Just hard to top. So good. Throw some ice cream on there, but the pie has to be warm. So warm ice cream contrasting with the cold ice. Warm pie contrasting with the cold ice cream is just crazy good.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go see what kind of desserts we have in the house.
I've already had my dessert. My mom made banana cream pie tonight. We went to her house for dinner.
Nice. I mean, that kind of clashes with cake week, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Should have had her make some type of, cake that looks like something else, and we could have cut into it or not and played Is It Cake?
Cut into my hand and bleed.
Should have made a copy of a cake CD out of cake and then or maybe it would be we should have just tried to cut open a cake CD and been like, ah, it's not cake, it's cake CD. Fooled you.
Or made a pie full of cake CDs. All right. Let us know what your favorite desserts are in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, go watch the other cake videos if you haven't seen them yet. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.